Let's put the women and children to bed and go looking for fucking dinner, all right? On one, ready? All right.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
The Mask.
Yeah. I love that intro. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I just love that fucking intro, yo. Anybody don't know, that's from Coach Carter. You know, one of my, favorite movies, inspirational movies. Anyway, welcome everybody back to another episode of the Mask Podcast. I'm your host, Mark, my co-host, Rick. Rick, what's going on, bro?
Oh, not a whole hell of a lot, man. It's just been one of those weeks. They just had a great weekend. That freaking big SU game this weekend. That was a lot of fun, y'all. Happy to be here tonight. Thanks for everybody who's tuning in or, skipping the election results to watch us.
Facts. Of course, everybody know, big election tonight. Vote for me. I'll be president. Prostitution, weed, everything's legal. You know what I'm saying?
Legal gambling, it's all good. Mark's got you covered, man.
Especially the gambling part. That shit need to be legal in every damn state, yo. It need to be legal in every damn state. All right, so we'll be at this show is strictly NFL. Normally we break down like an hour of NFL, and then we might do like an hour of fucking entertainment or anything. But this week, strictly NFL. We're gonna do what we do. We do our recap of week 9. Then we normally do our picks from the following week, which somehow Rick is leading. I don't know what the fuck. I think Rick is cheating. Then we do like our power rankings, our top 5. This week we're gonna do mid-season awards. Like who's your MVP, who's your most disappointing team, who's your surprise team, things of that nature, top rookies, and things of that. So we're gonna do that this week. So like as always, hop in the chat. Let us know if you agree or disagree. 9 times out of 10, y'all always disagree with us. So that's what makes it fun. Because that's it's Rick's and I opinion. We're not fucking experts. Just our opinion. So we're gonna start this off with, I guess, the week 9 recap. First game of the week. We're gonna start with. Hey, the Jets beat the Texans 21-13. Rick, quick thoughts on this game.
This was the shock of the week for me in the first game, bro. We knew the Jets, weren't always going to be completely out of it. They're going to come around. Devontae Adams is going to add a little bit of explosive plays to their offense. So I think I'm more surprised that the Texans didn't do more. But that's why you play them every week.
For me, I guess we were waiting for that Devontae Adams and Rodgers, I guess it was breakout game.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what they're capable of. What I love most about the game was that it was the Adams and Wilson breakout game. We seen Wilson with the Michael Jordan catch, you can call it pretty much. The one-handed, 1 foot in, shin in, remarkable play, which at that time, I guess, was the play of the week until someone else had to play the week later on, but we'll get to that later on. So not play of the week, play of the year. But the defense actually showed up this game, which was hurting them the last few games. The running game is still there, but it's not where I think it should be at. They're going Breece Hall heavy. I think they need to get a ball to Allen just a little bit more. Wear the defense down.
Right.
Allen is a bigger back. short yardage yards. Brees can break one anytime he touched the fucking rock. Somehow I think they need to incorporate him more into the offense like they were with the normal weeks, but they were losing. So I guess they're like, well, fuck it. Let's ride the hot horse. But all in all, man, it was a great win for the Jets. Is it going to save their season? I doubt it. But,
Right.
It was a great win against a quality team. And I know Rick hated as the AFC East guy. Sorry, Rick. I'm saying?
Man. It is what it is on that one. Like, shit.
In Rick's eyes, this was a shocker, but this one right here is by far the shocker. Like the fucking Panthers with Bryce Young defeated the New Orleans Saints 23-22. Rick, quick thoughts on this game.
Listen, if you lose to the Panthers, is how bad as they look this year, then yeah, they made the right call in firing their head coach on that one. But I will say I did predict this one. They squeaked this one out to prove me right, so I could pat myself back on the back a little bit. But
I'm sorry, I ain't see it.
Apart.
When you picked him, I was like, "What the fuck is Rick doing?" But I mean, look, I can imagine what it's like to be a number one pick and then be a starter, and then have your coach say, "Yo, we don't believe in you no more. Go sit your ass on the bench." And then a few weeks later, come back and be like, "Yo, young dude, we need you." And then you still got to be a professional about it and go out and do your job. So now that he's won, like, what? Because he wasn't traded today,
Right.
So, like, what are they saying? Like, what kind of, what should he have in his mind going forward?
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's such a weird situation to be in, because everybody's like, oh, they're in sell mode, they're gonna get rid of them, but like, you've got to be 100% certain that the next guy you have in this year's draft isn't going to be the same style bust. Like, I'm not saying he is a bust yet, but if you're gonna trade him away in his second season, you are saying he's a bust and you want to move on from him. It's weird. I don't think they have a quarterback in this class that's going to make those immediate changes. So I think they're smart to stay there, but then again, do they bring in another young quarterback to pick up, some QB competition? Or are they going to build around him? Who knows? I mean, they're going to have probably a top 5 pick again.
Yeah, like he went 16 for 26, $171, 1 touchdown and 1. I mean, we're not saying he's a bad fucking quarterback. I just, like, for instance, y'all traded away Deontay Johnson. Then y'all traded away Johnson Mingo today. It's like y'all taking away everybody he should be throwing the fucking ball to. Like, what the fuck? Then y'all like, hey man, go out there and make some plays. Make some plays with who? The water boy? Like, I mean, and then on the other side of the coin, like,
yep.
Yeah. And for instance, you got Derek Carr. Derek Carr got caught in some shit this week with Michael Thomas over the Chris Olave injury. Michael Thomas has been butthurt for a minute. Like, dude, you ain't been relevant for years. I mean, let's keep that.
I'm surprised he's still there, man.
No, he's not even on the team.
Oh, wait, that's right. Yeah, he's sitting on the bench right now.
He's not even in the fucking league, I don't think.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck? And Derek Carr is like, yo, I don't know what this dude problem is with me. He's like, yo, I tried to reach out to him a couple of times. He won't answer my calls, return my calls or whatever. But Thomas went on some fucking Twitter rant that was just unnecessary. And this is football, yo. Like, he's blaming Derek Carr for the Olave injury. Dude, this is football. You just mad because you're just on the fucking bench. But once again, this team started out 2-0, 90 points in 2 games. They was like the talk of the fucking NFL. And then everything just fucking shitball into a shitstorm for them. I think it's like, 7 straight losses or some shit like that, or 6 straight losses. Coach lost his job. Derek Carr is not being labeled like the fucking coach killer, but the issues with that team is deeper than fucking than Derek Carr. Plain and simple. You hate to see it, but I think that they should have got rid of Alvin Kamara earlier. I don't know why Taysom Hill's still on the fucking roster, but all in all, you should have beat the Panthers. Let's keep it above. Mm-hmm. There's no way in hell you should have lost to the fucking Panthers with that talent on offense that Saints have. Y'all season is over.
That damn divisional games, man.
Yo, actually, real shit. Hold on, let me look. What? Oh my God, I'm just looking now. Like they got the same record. They both 2-7. How you start out 2-0? You fucking bums. But hey, man, good win by the fucking Panthers. Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
2 wins on the year. You might not get another one, but good for y'all. 2 wins on the fucking year. Next game. Hey, yes, but it was all good just a week ago. Facts. We got my Eagles beat Jacksonville 28-23. 28-23. Rick, quick thoughts on this game.
The Eagles did it to them. I mean, we had them pick to win the whole time. We're sitting over here and like, yo, a lot of teams. I just looked it up. I'm looking at standings as we were talking, man. The Jaguars are 2-7 right now. Like, what are y'all doing? I remember everybody was so sold on Trevor Lawrence. He's going to be the next big thing. He hasn't lost a game in high school and college and blah, 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 blah. Bro, if there was a team that regressed this year, it was the freaking Jags.
Regressed ain't the word. They on some Carolina Panthers type shit right now.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Okay, I try to keep this real brief. This is why I hate the fucking media. This is why I hate the fucking media. So we all watched the game last night, correct? Well, for those who did, the Kansas City Chiefs and Tampa Bay. Everybody's dogging out Tampa Bay for not going for it, not going for the 2-point conversion, with the game on the line, with what they could have won. Tampa Bay still fighting for their playoff lives. You don't fuck around with your playoff like that on a what if. Like, hey, but here's the thing. If they don't go for it, they're getting dragged through the mud. But if they go for it and fucking miss it, then it's like, yo, why didn't y'all just kick the field goal and play for overtime? Like, the media is so fucked up. Which brings me to this Eagles game. Now it's like, hey, fuck Nick Sirianni for going for it on 4th down. We all know what the Eagles do. We all know about the tush push. It got stopped. One play really should have been a touchdown. No shit. That was some bullshit. But they got stopped. We all know who Nick Sirianni is. We all know. And then you watch the Eagles. Eagles players will tell you, yo, 4th down and 1, we going for it. We want to go forward.
Right.
So the reason that they went for it was because every time they was about to do the extra point, there was a penalty on Jacksonville. So it gave them the ball on the 1-yard line. At that point, why not do the tush push? Why not? But it failed. Once again, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now with Nick Sirianni leaving points on the board, like, dude, if I'm going for a 15-yard extra point and I get the ball at the 1-yard line because of a fucking defensive penalty, why not go for the fucking tush push?
Especially when you've had that success.
Yeah, and once again, these are the same commentators now going after fucking Tampa Bay for not going for it. I'm like, dude, make y'all fucking mind up. Y'all want somebody to go for it, y'all don't, like, make y'all fucking mind up. Of course, Eagle fans are going crazy. Me, I'm happy. Look, granted, it's it's a fucking win. The mysterious fumble by Saquon Barkley, I don't know what the fuck that was about. Like I don't know what the fuck that the refs missed that one, but that was also bad tackling because they should have tackled that motherfucker. Like, instead of trying to hit him, they should have fucking tackled him. However, let me grab this joint real quick because like, I don't. Oh shit, where did it go? I don't even know. I guess I didn't put the motherfucker up there. Oh damn, I missed that. I missed that play, y'all. My bad. I apologize. I thought I had that shit set up, but I guess I fucking didn't. But let me double check, make sure I don't have it. Nope. Damn, I never saved the shit. Ah, damn. But anyway, by far, Saquon Barkley had the play of the fucking year. I thought I had it saved up here, but I guess it's saved on my damn computer, not my laptop. I have never seen. I called it a Madden glitch. Like you catch the ball. I'm pretty sure I don't. Everybody's seen the fucking play. Catch the ball. You do a spin move. The spin move was awesome in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, how the fuck do you hurdle someone backwards? That's a straight
How do you
Madden
have the confidence
glitch.
you're gonna make it? Like he could have easily stood up and just drilled them, dude.
Someone has got to say, how the fuck do you do that? So once again, we thought that the Garrett Wilson play was like the play of the year, or even the Hail Mary for the Commanders, until Barkley said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, for sure.
Like hurdling the player, I always think is remarkable, but hurdling a fucking player backwards, that's some, that's some shit. Then I mean. Granted, look, I ain't gonna get on my Eagles too long. At the end of the day, Eagles are 6-2, 1 game behind them bullshit ass one game behind those Commanders. Good win for my Eagles. Now let's move on to this bum team.
Oh God.
We got the Bills defeated the Broncos. I'm about to say defeated the Broncos.
The Broncos, my God.
The Bills defeated the Dolphins 30-27. Rick, this is your team. Quick thoughts on your squad,
bro. They didn't even just like. You remember back in the day, and we've said it before, when a 60-yard field goal used to be like trickling over the fucking. It would barely make it. It bounce off the front of it, bounce off the back, bounce off everywhere but where it needed to be. Now guys are clearing 60-yarders like it's no big deal. They got 4 or 5 yards to go. Damn it, this was a heartbreaking game to lose, dude, because I'm so used to watching the Dolphins lose and just get absolutely blown out by the Bills. Like, you take every year that they've played the Bills and they keep losing to them, that's a given. But, like, every year, before this game, they lose, like, 37-12. Like, it would be, like, the most ridiculously ugly game. So, to be in this game, it was that much more heartbreaking to see it when they lost, because, like, it was chaotic. I think the reason the Dolphins are so bad, and you're going to see games like this where they're not coming away with wins because they can't get turnovers. They don't take the ball away from the other teams. They don't give their offense another shot. And if you got better offenses and you got one of the better, damn, dude. You've got some of the best playmakers in the NFL right now. So if you've got those kind of players and you can get a defense that can give the ball back to the offense and you can rack up those points, you win against teams like the Bills. But you're not getting turnovers. You're not getting your offense the chance to put more points on the board. That's where they're falling behind. They can score with the best of them, but until they can start taking the ball away and stop other teams from scoring, you're going to keep losing.
I wanted y'all to win because look,
because fuck the Bills. That's why. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, fuck the Bills, and I'm a Tua guy, and I had to sit there and watch. Y'all. Joe is stupid. I had to sit there and watch y'all suffer without your quarterback. So of course, when he comes back, I'm like, yo, I want them to whoop everybody's ass, but the Eagles. But once again, y'all do had a fucking Odell Beckham sighting this week. You kind of forget, you kind of forget that he played for the fucking for the fucking Dolphins. Like I'm saying, like, damn, I kind of forgot that fucking happened. And and once again, not to dog out the rest of the Dolphins, but I also kind of forgot that Waddle and Tyreek Hill played for the Dolphins for the past couple of weeks as well. But Tua is back. The running game, did they think just that, sometimes certain teams just have your fucking number.
For sure.
And I don't know what it is about Buffalo and fucking Miami that Miami just cannot get over that fucking Josh Allen hump.
Right.
I'm tired of this shit. I need y'all to win. Y'all getting my fucking nerves. He said, yo, me too. But, dude. I mean, at the end of the day, look, we're going to keep it a buck. And, I'm not here to dog your team out. But the Bills just pretty much won that division with that win right there.
Yeah. Everybody's talking about the Dolphins giving up on the season. They need to be sellers at the trade deadline. But like, if you look at the wild card teams right now, you really think who is it? Like, it was the Colts, and I know they lost this weekend, so they're still right there. But like, it's like the Broncos and the Chargers, and they're only like 2 or 3 games up. Like, they're not. It's so weird how this year's NFL is. Like, the wild card spot has like 4 or 5 wins. No team is truly out of it.
Yeah, this is, and I think you had made a comment in the chat the other day. I think it was like yesterday. And you was like, we got like so many of 2-win teams or this. Like this, despite I guess Detroit or Kansas City, no one is really okay. Detroit kind of is running away with the league. Mm-hmm. Like it's great parity within. Like this is a great fucking NFL season. That's you got the Saints and you got the fucking Panthers and you got the Jaguars. But once again, no one expected the Jaguars to be fucking 2-7.
Right.
But we got surprise teams that we're going to talk about later on in the show. But it's just great. Look, it's been a great fucking season. For the Dolphins, I give them a pass this year because of what one player does make a difference, especially when that player is your fucking quarterback. So for me, they get I know as a fan, you're like, man, I want to hear that fucking shit. You want to win, and I get it, but this is y'all hall pass season right here. Mm-hmm. So look, great win by the Bills. Sad for the Dolphins, man. I hope that 2 of them can get it together starting, this week, coming up or whatever. But hats off to the Bills for beating, a division foe. Next up, I ain't gonna find. I kind of want these bastards to lose. Ravens defeated the Broncos 41-10. Thoughts on this game?
I think the Broncos came a little bit crashing back down to earth. It'll be tough for them. It was a wake-up call for them because I think at the end of the day, they were getting a little bit too confident, a little overconfident, if you will. You need to face a team like the Ravens that'll give you a full playoff team, game against them. Like it's one of those things where you're at this crossroads where you need to have your ass whooped to fix the things that are kind of broken. You're not going to go in there and say, oh, okay, well, if we can keep it close, then this shit is working. And then you're going to have a playoff game where you got to face a team like the Ravens and you're going to stink it up like you did. So playing a good team, getting beat by a good team in the mid-season gives you that game to say, hey, all right, we got our ass whooped. Maybe we need to go back to the drawing board on some things.
I agree. And it's like, you look at the score, you're like, oh my God, they like really beat the shit out of the Broncos. Well, like sometimes a score can be a little bit misleading. The Broncos, in my opinion, are going to be okay within a year or two. No one, and I know Keith. If Keith is watching, bro, stop riding Bo Nick so hard. Something about this kid, is like, this motherfucker's a player. Sean Payton and them just got to put the pieces around him, in my opinion, because God, I hate to say this because of the comparison thing. At times when I watch Knicks, I was like, this motherfucker got an arm like Breeze. Like this motherfucker can throw that fucking rock. But what helped Breeze out, as great as the wide receivers he had a fucking tight end.
Yeah.
Jimmy Graham. If Sean Payton could find a Jimmy Graham type player somewhere, either in trade or the fucking draft, to help Knicks out in the middle of the field, oh my fucking God, Knicks is going to be a problem. And find a good running game, because these running backs, they not cutting. Denver was also always known as a as a running team, and as if they looking at the ass they took at the hands of the Ravens, well, of course you're not gonna find too many fucking Derrick Henrys just floating around. You know what I'm saying? But once again, we play devil's advocate here. Just imagine like a Derrick Henry with Bo Nix. Like this is the Broncos are going to be okay. They took an ass whooping by one of the best teams in the fucking NFL. Like that's nothing to fucking hang your head low about. No. Like, I'm saying, you got your ass whipped. It fucking happens. Good win by the Ravens. Doing their best to stay atop the AFC. Broncos, look, it was a tough loss. You know what I'm saying? Wipe your face off, dust off your fucking jersey, come back next week. Ah, shit. Right. I really didn't see this one coming. We got the Chargers beat the Browns 27-10. Rick, quick thoughts on this game.
I shot myself in the foot. I did it. I knew I shouldn't have picked the Browns, and I'll tell you what. I should have thought logically and said, damn, Jameis Winston can't string 2 good games in a row. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, the week before he was a little bit sloppy too, but at least the Browns got it done. This week, they could not figure out how to overcome, and he threw those 3 interceptions. It's the same thing he's done his entire career. He'd throw for 500 yards one week and 5 touchdowns, and he's going to throw 4 interceptions the next game. I don't know what it is about him. He just cannot string 2 good games together.
But also, to his defense, they did not run the ball well. And I get it. Nick Chubb is coming back off the injury. I think it's like his second or third game back from the injury. Second game back from the injury. My thing with Winston has always been Winston is a gunslinger. And I can't remember what fucking year it was. I think it was his last year in Tampa. I think it was the year before Tom Brady came out. I think it was. I think that's the year he threw like 30 fucking touchdowns, like 30 interceptions. Then he had the eye surgery. And it cleared up a lot of shit. Winston throws the fucking ball. Like, he can sling the fucking ball. However, Cleveland doesn't have the receivers to sling the ball. Yes, they had that great first game when he first played last week. What do you say? Ravens, Lions, 2 scariest teams to face right now. I'm so glad he didn't say the fucking Vikings and shit. I just swore that the Vikings were going to be in there. Steve, I'm so fucking proud of you, bro. Thank you. I'm so fucking proud of you. Ravens, Lions, 2 scariest teams to face right now. All right, so back to Winston. We're going to be okay. The Chargers defense is once again, it's nothing to fuck with. The Browns season, it's been over. That shit was over in week fucking 1. We know that. That shit was over. Before the season even fucking started. You got Joe Flacco is 192 fucking years old. He's like Gandalf the Great. Like, he does not belong in the he does not supposed to be starting for no fucking team. But Herbert, once again, like certain quarterbacks, I look at them and be like, damn, that's how I know you're a real quarterback, because you got nobody. Like, Rick, he's thrown into me and you. That's like me and you got a Chargers uniform on, and we got fucking Joe playing tight end, and yet my man's still passing for 300 yards for 3 touchdowns. Like, that's the balance of a great fucking quarterback. But all in all, look, Browns is over for y'all. Granted, Flacco I don't even say retire, because I would love to have you as a backup on Philadelphia, like real shit. Like, I trust you. Oh, that's not Flacco. That's fucking Jameis Winston. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck. I'm so stuck on Flacco now. Jameis Winston. I would love to have you, as a backup of Philly, because you're a great fucking locker room guy. Like, if you want a fucking inspirational speech, I'm calling that dude. I'm calling crab leg man. But no good win by the Chargers. You're not winning. Yeah, you're not winning the AFC West, but good fucking win all the way around. Man. So we got the Bengals defeated the Raiders. Well, who's fucking not defeating the Raiders? 41-24. Rick, any thoughts on this game?
Well, here's the thing: is as a Raiders fan, you can hang your head on this one too, because at the end of the day, a loss is a loss, and it seems like you got blown out. But like, first and foremost, the Bengals, they're a good team, man. They started off the year a little bit slow. Jamar Chase was not quite in rhythm with Joe Burrow. Now they're starting to figure it out a little bit. The Raiders, the season's a wash. Call it your tryout season, man, because at the end of the day, who's going to be here next year? Whether it's the head coach, right on down through the rest of the roster, nobody knows what's going to happen. The season's lost for them. They don't have a quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. They do not have an able-bodied quarterback that's going to will that team. They don't. Okay, we'll see. They don't have that Kirk Cousins who's just going to come in and automatically add those 3 wins to your to your record.
No, not you missing the Kirk Cousins and shit down.
Right. But hey, we've said it the whole year. I mean, that's one of the things we said about Atlanta early on. I mean, you have that guy that's going to come in and instantly adds 3 wins. And that's the biggest thing for the Raiders. They don't have that guy yet. They don't have the talent there. They're still in that rebuild mode. They seem like they're forever in that rebuild mode. But eventually they're going to figure out. They've got to figure out where their identity is, whether it's going to be on offense, whether it's going to be on defense. You got to start on one side of the football instead of trying to rebuild the whole fucking team in one shot.
They say the Raiders are the Panthers of the West, top to bottom. I don't know. I mean, you got Brock Bowers. He's a hell of a fucking tight end. You know, I kind of wish that Denver would have picked him up and paired with Bo Nix, but what the fuck? We all could wish for a lot of things. Great coach. I like Antonio. Great, motivation. On the other side, the Bengals, man, like. Well, what we at? 4 or 5 on the year. It started out slow. It's going to cost them. But once again, no T. Higgins again for like the second or the third game. That hurts. Chase is a fucking beast no matter what. They kind of found a running game with Chase Brown. I mean, that was, I think, his first breakout game of the fucking year. But it happened against the Raiders. So it was like, are you really breaking out, or did you just whoop the Raiders' ass because the Raiders suck? Like, and I think they just made a trade. They picked up, Lord, I cannot. Khalil Herbert from the Bears, which he fell out of favor. Because they got Swift in Chicago, and then Chicago's not playing to their potential any fucking way. So we'll see if Herbert, whatever the fuck his name is. Khalil can help Chase Brown in the ground game with Cincinnati, see if they can turn things around. But they're not out of it though. 4 and 5, in the AFC, you're not out of it. You're not catching Kansas City. You're probably not catching Baltimore. Something about Baltimore still is iffy with me, but that's a whole nother story for another day. But there's a possibility. You still can make the fucking playoffs. So this was a much needed win by the Bengals. And, once again, you beat the teams you supposed to beat. As they say, play up your competition, play down your competition, whatever the case may be. The object of the game is to have more points by your opponent at the end of the fucking game. And that's what the Bengals did. It's a great win by Cincinnati. Shit. Now we got to talk about this fucking team.
God damn.
I really don't know what the hell. The Commanders.
Hold on.
The Commanders beat the Giants 27-22. Rick, what's your thoughts on this? It's like on this game. Y'all can't see Joe right now. Once again, I wish I could put Joe on the fucking screen so y'all can see Joe right now. Joe is a Commanders fan, so he's overly excited right now.
We're gonna talk about it a lot later on too, but I think at the end of the day, Jaden Daniels is just coming out and playing like a pro. Rookie season, man. Who would have thought a rookie? I mean, let's be honest, a rookie typically doesn't do this well. Now, you beat a bad Giants team, and I can say they're a bad Giants team because their record shows they're a bad Giants team. I don't think they're bad in the sense of the players they have. I don't think they're bad in the sense of coaching. I'm just saying they're a bad Giants team because the record sucks. At the end of the day, you have to win the divisional games. The Giants didn't get it done. And let's face it, this is probably going to be Daniel Jones's last season as a Giant. Where they go from here, I don't know. But when you can't win division games like this, he's been given so many chances, so many opportunities. He's not playing terrible, but he's not playing up to the level he needs to beat a Commanders team with a rookie quarterback, let alone a playoff contending team.
This win by Washington is kind of wild. Once again, Daniels didn't have his best game, but once again, score more points than your fucking opponent, yo. That's what they did. Scary Terry, what the fuck did he do? 2 catches, and yet you still won the fucking game. 2 catches by Scary Terry. Noah Brown, I guess you catch a Hail Mary, all of a sudden you remember how to play football now. My man had 5 catches for 60 fucking yards. Like, Washington ran the ball pretty well, 38 for 149. But then on the flip side, like once again, Daniel Jones did not have a terrible fucking game. He did not have a terrible game. 20 for 26. Like, I mean, I don't know what was going on in like the first half though. Like he was on some other shit. I think my man had like 0 yards passing or some shit in the touchdown.
Yes.
Like, how the fuck you got a touchdown but 0 yards passing? I think I was at work and I put up the stat. I think I asked the chat room like, am I reading this shit correctly? Like ESPN having a glitch? Like how the fuck he got 0 yards passing?
That's I gotta bring it up. I forgot to say that about the Dolphins game. You brought up Jalen Waddle. He had 2 catches for -4 yards, but he had a touchdown. I was like, what a stat line.
Man, look, the fucking Giants, man, they ran for $164 yards on the fucking ground. Malik Neighbors is, he's a fucking beast. But Washington, look, and my bad, sorry, y'all, I got sweat and shit. I heard it today watching ESPN. They're like, hey, well, the Washington has not played anybody. I'm like, yeah, they did. They played NFL teams. Like, fuck you mean they play no fucking body? Like, I get what they're saying, but then again, I don't get it. Like, it's 32 fucking teams in the fucking NFL. Commanders about to win the FC. Steve, lay off the drugs, bro. It's just not fucking happening. And I love Joe, so I ain't trying to dog out Joe fucking team, but just chill. Just, you know what I'm saying? Eagles and the fucking Commanders have not even fucking played yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill.
Well, I'm looking at. I just pulled it up because that got me a little bit. I'm like, they haven't played anybody. What the fuck? They're 7-2. They beat the Bengals. They, scored damn near 40 on the Bengals. They beat a tough Cardinals team. They were within a touchdown of the Ravens. What do you mean they haven't played anyone?
Man, you know how these analysts go. They got to play the Kansas City Chiefs every fucking week.
Oh God,
yeah. That's just pretty much what it all boils down to. Like they haven't played nobody, dude. It's only 32 fucking teams in the NFL. If you playing college ball and you keep playing fucking Detroit Mercy University, yeah, we can talk about somebody not playing some fucking body. But if you playing Jacksonville, you playing fucking New England, I don't care, dude. These are professional fucking athletes. Right. You're playing somebody every fucking week. Only people who really say that shit is the teams who are fucking losing. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. Give Washington their respect. I don't want to give them their respect because that's division rival. I don't want to give it. Plus, Joe is like right here looking at me, so I don't want to give him no props at all. But at the end of the day,
he's just waiting to hit that mute button. He's got his finger on the trigger.
At the end of the day, the Commanders making the playoffs is a huge win. The last Super Bowl was in 19. Once again, granted, especially after everything they're going through with their owner, and then bringing in the new ownership. Like, at the end, how could you not root for them? Like, Jaden Daniels ain't done nothing to me. How could I not root for fucking Jaden Daniels? I watched McLaurin and them go through some bullshit years. How could you not root for McLaurin? You watched Brian Robinson get shot a year or two. Like, how could you not root? Like, right. But at the same time, I can't because I'm an Eagles fan. I'm keeping it buck. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know what? They're playing great fucking basketball. I mean, I say basketball. They're playing great fucking football, man. So great win by the fucking Commanders, the Giants. Like, y'all just missing a few pieces. Whether or not y'all want to believe in Daniel Jones or not, Daniel Jones is not playing bad fucking football. He's playing right now. Please, outside world, please, what I'm about to say, please don't take it to heart like I'm dissing somebody. Right now, he is playing Patrick Mahomes football because Mahomes ain't playing great football either. Him and Daniel Jones, they doing the same fucking shit. Just that one team is 7-0, the other team is on some other shit. We can keep it a buck. I watched Mahomes last night. I was like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? This not the Mahomes that I'm used to watching, but they're winning. So great win by the fucking Commanders. Joe, fuck your team. Oh, I want to skip this game to come back to this one so bad, but no, we're gonna talk about it now though. I'm sorry, I want to skip that shit so bad. The Falcons beat the Cowboys 27-21. Rick, thoughts on this game?
Don't let that final score fool you, man. The Falcons were up on the Cowboys all game long.
Cowboys need to give up on the season.
we both picked the Falcons to win, so neither one of us is too surprised about this one. But like the The one thing that is surprised, like the Cowboys are in free fall mode, dude. Like to be honest, I showed y'all in the chat the freaking Dak Prescott mouth, and we fucking suck. And
Yeah, what
he ain't
the
lying.
fuck?
He's the face of the franchise and probably shouldn't be saying it on camera, but he wasn't lying.
But can you even do that on the sideline? Like what the? And then it's not even that. Like, if you're gonna do it, get away with it. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure coaches will tell you, yeah, yo, please be aware of cameras at all times.
Right.
I'm like, because I heard about it before I actually seen a video, and they're like, yeah, fucking Dak Prescott saying we fucking suck. I'm like, there's no way in fucking hell Dak Prescott said that shit. Then I saw the video. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker really said we fucking suck.
Right.
And then now he's out with a fucking hamstring injury.
Mm-hmm.
Look, bruh. Look, I'm not here to say it's some shady shit going on, but I think Jerry called down there was like, yo, let's just tank this motherfucking season away. Now watch Cooper Rush come in and like win like 8 straight games or some shit. Long as it don't start this week against the Eagles. But I look, the Falcons. From the beginning of the year, I've always had respect for the Falcons. Mm-hmm. I was very big on them because of their offense, and I like what they did in the offseason as far as upgrading their defense. The Cowboys, I just don't know what the fuck is going on with that team. And Greg, I'm sorry if you're listening, if you're in the chat room. Once again, it's not a shot at you, bro, but it's the fact of this is why a lot of us do not like Cowboys fans. Because y'all, every fucking year, y'all bake this shit up. Oh, this our Super Bowl year. Or we're the highest grossing team in the NFL. We're worth $85.2 billion fucking dollars. Y'all so worried about the where y'all stand there in a Forbes list that y'all don't give a fuck about what's going on between the fucking hash lines. Like, y'all worrying about the wrong fucking shit. That's why it's so fucked up. Like, y'all owner is y'all general manager. Like, somehow y'all don't find that fucking weird. Like, at what point do y'all really sit back and say, God damn, my team really does fucking suck? Y'all live off of fucking Super Bowls that happened when VCRs were popping. What year was that? 1996? Nigga, I was like a fucking sophomore in college. I don't think DVDs were even invented. I think CDs were just coming out of some shit. Like, dude.
We were still in the AOL chat rooms back then.
No. That shit wasn't even invented yet. I think AOL started like 1998, 1999, 1999, 2000. That shit wasn't even invented yet. That's how old that. But you can't tell these Cowboys fans nothing. And it's not that we don't like y'all team. Y'all make us not like y'all fucking team.
That's America's the same thing team. With the Yankees, bro.
Hey, this the fucking Yankees. I don't like the Yankees like that, but I ain't gonna sit here and take no fucking Yankees slander.
Well, no, it's. Let's be honest. It's one of those things. Then every sport has them.
Yeah. But
just make you hate the fucking team itself.
But when was the last Yankees championship though? Yankees just made a fucking World Series. We can't say that about the Cowboys. Cowboys got like the highest paid quarterback. I think like one of the highest paid fucking receivers. About to be one of the highest paid fucking defensive ends. 2009. Like they got all the highest paid fucking thing, and then once again, their fucking organization is worth $600 billion fucking dollars. But that's what they want to focus on. Fuck you won 12 games 3 years in a fucking row. Now you're floundering because, well, as Dak said, we fucking suck. But then you come out with a groin injury. Like, dude, I don't give a fuck. That shit is very, very weird to me.
Weird timing, right? That's what I said.
Weird fucking timing, yo. Just weird. And now CD Lamb might not play. I mean, granted, I hope he doesn't play because I want to fucking win Sunday. Like, I hope he doesn't. Like, a Cooper Rush dude, like, that's one of them games where I said, like, yo, that's a trap game right there. That's a game that you can fucking lose because you're not taking them seriously. And Cooper could throw for 800 fucking yards and 10 fucking touchdowns because we walked in there thinking, hey, we got Cooper fucking Rush. Cooper Rush went 5-1, I think, last or the year before last, whatever the case may be. Like, yo, it's possible. But great loss by the Cowboys. Yes, I say great loss because I don't like you motherfuckers. Great fucking loss.
What the fuck is going on in my headset?
I don't know what you got going on over there. You got to finish them. Great win by Falcons. I'm starting to like this fucking team, and it's because of our writer Steve. Like I don't know, like when shit is publicized on the not publicized but published on the page. Like I don't know if you read like a lot of Steve is very like I know you're a Dolphins guy. I'm an Eagles guy, but Steve is a fucking Patriots guy. Like he's a like this motherfucker. He shits Patriots. Like I'm pretty sure he got like Patriots toilet paper in the house. Like if I want to know anything about the Patriots, I don't even go to sports. I go to the website. I go read Steve shit on teaminvestmedia.com. Anything about New England Patriots, Steve is that fucking dude. With that being said, the Titans beat the Patriots Sunday 20-17. Real quick, Rick, thoughts on that game before I go back into Steve.
That was an overtime victory too. It wasn't just a straight win.
Thank you.
I watched the last half of that. I saw the play that Drake May made at the end. He didn't give up on that play. To send it to overtime was absolutely fantastic. I think the Patriots aren't that far away from maybe not a playoff season, but they're not far from figuring it out. I think Drake May will be all right for them. I think he showed that little bit of heart this weekend. So we'll see. I mean, if they can get him some weapons, I don't think they've had real weapons in a long time. So it's going to take a few more years of building. Maybe next year they can get up to closer to a break-even record. And then the following year, maybe a little bit better. But they're close, man. I feel like they're knocking on the door. I wouldn't count them out too much.
Once again, like I said, I like him. I remember watching Drake May in college. And I ain't gonna lie, I was like, once again, he, some quarterbacks you look at, you be like, great college quarterback, but can he make it in the league? I didn't think Drake May was that dude. I mean, I love the connection that he had with Josh Downs, who now plays for the Colts. I remember watching him, about 2 years ago in college. I was like, yeah, these two are great college players, but will it result to fucking NFL success? Josh Downs is doing a thing for the Colts. Drake May is doing this thing for Indianapolis with no fucking weapons. DeMario Douglas, like, who the fuck are you? Does he still have Kendrick Bourne? Oh, I was just joking around. Yes, Kendrick Bourne still plays for fucking the Patriots. How the fuck do you still got a job? Hunter Henry, he's quietly a good, solid tight end. Their running game, Drake May led them in rushing. 8 carries, 95. Like, dude is a fucking baller, yo. I'm not going to compare him to Matt Jones, like how Matt Jones was his rookie year, but Matt Jones did lead them to the fucking playoffs, I believe, in his rookie year, correct? Then everything went downhill from there. Yep. I just hope that the Patriots don't fuck up Drake May, where they keep trying to build a defense and kind of say, fuck the offense. Like Bill Belichick did for the past 3 years. Like, hey, let's get this fucking defense going because we going to win with defense. But then the offense is like, oh, damn, we forgot to get this dude a pass catcher. like, like what the fuck? And the Titans
on the ball to the water boy over here.
Yo, facts. Yo, who was quarterback? Mason Rudolph. Once again, like, how the fuck are you still in the NFL? Like, did your mom know Goodell? Like who do your family know that you're still in the fucking NFL? But what he did, 20-33, 240 yards, touchdown. Tony Pollard. I want to laugh at this real quick because I know somewhere Jerry Jones is like, man, what the fuck? Y'all would not pay this man. What do you want, like 10 mil or some shit like that? Y'all would not pay this man $10 million fucking dollars, and he just rushed for like 128 yards or fucking 28 fucking carries, and y'all suspended Ezekiel Elliott for being late to a meeting or missing a motherfucking meeting. That fucking idiots, yo. Oh my god, it's the dumbest fucking front office in the fucking NFL. Fucking cowboy, you dickheads.
Mark loves saying that. Mark loves saying Cowboys.
I can't help it. But that's a good win by the Titans, yo. The Patriots, look, like Rick said, yo, about a year or two, y'all gonna be where y'all should be at. But good win by Tennessee. Oh, Christy, I hope you're not. Well, yeah, I hope you're not watching the show. The Cardinals beat the shit out of the Bears 29-9. Rick, quick thoughts on this game.
The Bears, man, I don't know what's going on. I feel like they have way too many weapons to be doing this bad. It might be a hot seat getting a little bit warm in Chicago. Cardinals on the other side of the coin, man. The Cardinals, we said it this year. I mean, quietly, Kyler's not having a bad season.
No, not at all.
It feels like he's starting to figure it out finally.
Not at all. The Cardinals about that life. I've been telling cats about James Conner. Good running back, man. I think he hit them boys for like what, a buck 07 on the ground, 18 carries. Kyler Murray, 13 for 20. Like, dude, you don't have to throw the ball 1,500 fucking times a game to to win a game. Now, yes, it's not going to make a cat like Marvin Harrison have rookie of the year numbers. But at the same time, what kind of player are you? Like, are you a player that's worrying about the numbers, or are you a player that's worrying about the wins? Right now, Cardinals are at holy shit. Cardinals won 5 games.
Yep.
Damn, Cardinals 5-4.
Mm-hmm.
Like shit. That's important. They're balling. McBride, emerging tight end. I talk all that shit about Connor and McBride because yes, they are my fantasy team, and yet somehow Joe still won't make no. Joe, dude, your team is like 3 and fucking 100. Like, dude, send me. Like, come on. Like, come on, bro. Send me some players. Like, I'm like 7-2. Like your season is over. Like y'all not making the playoffs. I can even pay the fucking commissioner league. And y'all just give me a player. Bye week comeback. Hell no. But I love the team that the Cardinals, are saying are showcasing the Bears. Of course, everything's going to fall on the shoulders of Caleb Williams. Rick, how do you feel about Caleb Williams?
Caleb, man, I mean, the kid's not doing bad. I always say it. We talk about it week in and week out. I feel like there are teams from time to time that are just severely undercoached, and this might be one of those teams. I've seen some good decision making. I've seen him try to do a little bit too much, and that's all going to come down to getting his head in the right space, getting him to realize to work past what he's doing now and improving. It's one of the hardest things to do, to say, hey, you're good, but you could be better if you did blah, 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 and then having him go out and do it. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you have all the weapons. It's hard to just say, hey, man, we just don't have enough for you to succeed.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Oh, shit, I ain't looking at you. All right, let's get ready to blow past these last couple of joints real quick. All right. We got I like this. We got the Lions beat the Packers 24-14. Rick, thoughts on this game?
I mean, we can go in and week out about how well the Lions are freaking doing this week, but man, oh man, like never count out a division opponent. The Packers did not show up the way that they needed to play against the Lions, who are just running away with it right now. And I said it in the chat a couple weeks ago, like, who is stopping the Lions right now? Name me a team in the NFL that's stopping the Lions right now, because it doesn't seem like there is one.
I'll be quick about this. When Hutch went down, it was, hey, let's see what the Lions are about. Last I checked, I think they have not lost a fucking game since.
Mm-hmm.
So, once again, you let the media get in your fucking head. So, it is what it is. Lions, great win for them against a quality team. The Packers are still a quality team to me. Great win by the Lions, like, to me. And they picked up a good pass rush today. Oh, look, I don't even get into that right there. Like, these the
rich get richer, bro.
Yeah. These fucking Lions, they are fucking serious. They picked up Darius Smith. He can never take the place of Hutch, but he's a good gap filler until Hutch, if he makes it back this year, or if he doesn't make it back this year. Like, because at the end of the day, they didn't lose much, bro. It's really not a drop in their fucking production. But yet the media tell you, oh, they need this, they need that. Nah, bro, I don't see. Look, they're fucking winning games. They are easily, to me, still the best team, not in the NFC, but the NFL as a general. Good win by the Lions. Packers, y'all okay? Y'all can be okay. This is a good one right here. The Rams defeated the Seahawks in OT, 26-20. Rick, thoughts on this game?
Oh, okay. So this was a good game. At the end of the day, I'm not even going to sit here and say. I want to say the Seahawks are starting to fall apart, man. But they showed up again against the Rams. But are the Rams starting to figure it out? Are the Rams coming around this season? Because they played a good game. Didn't they just play a good game against the Packers and won? Didn't they? If I recall. So I mean, this was just a good game. And sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, and you lost it in overtime. It's not like you lost. You were too late on your comeback attempt. It's not like you were getting blown out. You just lost a good game. And I don't think the Seahawks have anything to hang their heads on this one either.
Look, I'm with you on that one. Great win by the Rams. Since they got healthy, that's a totally different Rams team. The Seahawks, without DK Metcalf, they did, they did what they could do, but you're losing, a good outside threat like DK Metcalf. Against the Rams, young defense playing the way that they're playing with the confidence now of their offense. Yeah, Rams are going to be a sneaky problem going forward for the rest of the season.
So I was looking at the stats. I was at the stats earlier this week, and I'm looking at because we're going to talk MVP candidates later, and that I was not aware that the guy leading the NFL in passing yards this year is Geno Smith, and that says a lot.
I saw that shit.
It says a lot about the Seahawks because if you look at his stats, you're like, damn. The fucking Seahawks are doing great. Maybe Geno's turning it around for him. And then you look at his touchdown to interception ratio. He's got 11 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Like, if you had a quarterback if they had a rookie quarterback or if they had a quarterback that wasn't turning the ball over as much, how much better would the Seahawks be?
Grant, look, I'm with you on that. I saw that shit too when we was looking up to like the MVP set. I was like, damn, I want to put him up there, but then you look at the interception, I'm like, right. Damn. But he is slinging that rock on some Bodie type shit. But Gene, I can't even look at Joe because Joe, I got to move you off my screen because you making me laugh. That's why you laughing and shit. But great win by the fucking Rams. Seahawks. It's still time. Maybe not. Fuck, man. Damn it. And I know he's in a fucking chat too. The Vikings beat the Colts 21-13. Quick thoughts on this game.
Oh, the Vikings needed this win, and the Colts needed to do a little bit better. Because again, the Colts were in a spot. They're still not out of it. Now they're back to 1 in the wild card. I think they're 5-3, and they're now 4-4. They needed this win. Joe Flacco's still kicking around, but the Vikings, you're gonna have a tough defense, man. You gotta. It's one of those things where you have to be on your A game against them, and the Colts just weren't.
I agree with you totally. This was a must-win game for the Vikings. Where they at right now, 6-2. They needed this game. Falling, 5-3. That was not working for them. Darnold somehow is still being Darnold. Remember, we had people say, hey, wait till the third game, the fourth game, or whatever. Darnold's going to show you who he really is. Well, right now he's showing me that he's a fucking NFL quarterback. Right. Darnold is fucking balling. Jefferson, we don't even have to talk about him. He's a fucking monster, and that was on me because I made a bad call. I'm thinking he's going to have a down year because he's playing with Darnold. Once again, I did not expect Darnold to be this player. Therefore, I thought Jefferson would suffer, but they got great fucking chemistry. On the player I feel sorry for is McCarthy next year because what the fuck do you do with Darnold's having a year? Do you just let him go and be like, yo, you back to the bench? Now you just drafted this other motherfucker, 12th or some shit? You can't give him the keys after the year Darnold having. I would hate to be your fucking front office. I'm glad we ain't got this motherfucking problem in Philly. Have fun with that shit, Steve. But great win by the Vikings, yo. Last game of the week. the bullshit that happened. Okay, I guess the great game that happened last night. I don't want those Swifties. Nobody coming after me and shit. Kansas City beat Tampa Bay 30-24. Rick, quick thoughts on this game.
You beat Tampa Bay 30-24. And at the end of the day, like,
I'm sorry, in OT.
In overtime, right? Exactly. You beat them 30-24 in overtime, and they don't have their two best receivers, man. Like, shout out to Baker Mayfield for keeping up with the Chiefs without his two best receivers, right? They're still both out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, well, I mean, tired of the Chiefs winning. Like, y'all
I'm tired of them winning.
There's just two teams that I'm sick and tired of hearing about, and it's the Chiefs and the Bills because they're beating teams, but they're not good fucking football teams.
They are. I mean, to me, you just said the magic word, team. Like, these motherfuckers are a fucking team because you have coaches and quarterbacks who have been together for years. They had like people like, oh, a coach can come in and coach. Like, dude, that's cool. But when you got that fucking chemistry and that fucking stability, that shit makes a fucking difference in your fucking locker room.
Right.
Andy Reid. Once again, everybody know I love me some motherfucking Andy Reid. But what him, Mahomes, and like Kelsey, Chris Jones, what they got is what every team is trying to fucking get. They have that fucking stability. Should they have lost the game yesterday? Yeah, they should have lost like a few fucking games this fucking season.
Yep.
But they haven't. They're fucking defeated. Like, respect that. I don't give a fuck if you win by 1 point or 30 fucking points. If you win a Super Bowl by 1 point, are you giving that fucking trophy back? Fuck no, you won the fucking game. So good win by the fucking Chiefs. The Buccaneers, once again, like Tua, I understand why y'all losing. It's hard to lose one receiver, but it's downright impossible to try to win when you're. Matter of fact, you were down three receivers because your rookie quarterback, McCollin, I think that's his name, the rookie receiver, he was out yesterday. So they was down three fucking receivers yesterday and still almost won a fucking game.
Right.
Kudos to Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, y'all get like super comeback players of the fucking year. Like, y'all get cold comeback player of the year for me. All right, so that concludes the week 9 recap before we go into our picks. Joe, commercial time? Or you want to go to the next segment? Oh, keep going to the next segment? All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Joe, the producer, that motherfucker said go to the next segment. I'm going to the next segment. You know what I'm saying? Because Joe has a record like he'll pull a fucking cord and shit. We be talking, shit go black, and we don't know what the fuck going on. I like fucking with Joe because y'all can't see him, y'all can't hear him say shit. So I can say whatever I want right now. All right, so here we are. And you know, we do picks every week. And I'm so fucking tired of Rick right now. So this is where we at. This is where we at this week. All right. So I'm at 91 and 47. Rick is at 95 and 43. Like I said, I think the motherfucker cheating, but I can't put my finger on it. But right now, he do got me about four motherfucking games. Now, once again, we are in week what? We are heading into week 10. Rick and I are right there, damn near at 100 correct picks. So while y'all motherfuckers is looking at these, once again, these so-called professionals and ex-athletes who struggling with 45 to 50 fucking wins, we almost at 100 a piece. So obviously, we picking something fucking right. So,
look,
keep joining the Mass Podcast, and y'all can get your motherfucking picks correct because we doing something fucking right over here.
Listen, and that's without all the inside sources and all the freaking newspapers and all the highlights. I'm picking based off the football I watch and what I see on the scoreboards, man. I'm not freaking. I don't have this big production in my ear telling me what's what and inside sources who's going to be out this week, man. I'm just picking teams based on who I feel is going to win.
No, keep it real. Rick out here fucking cheating, y'all. I don't care. What team NBA say picks based on guts and eye test? You're damn right. That's what we're doing.
There you go.
All right, so what we're gonna do real quick? We're going to jump into our week. What we at? Week 10, right? Our
yes, sir.
week 10 picks. Let's see what. Hold on, let me go ahead and jump to the motherfucking joints because I always tend to fuck this up. All right, so week 10 right here. We got the Ravens and the Bengals. We both went with the Ravens. All right. Next up, we got the Giants and the Panthers. We both went with the Giants. Now, something's going to tell me we're going to lose this shit. Next game up, we got the Eagles and the Cowboys. We both went with the Eagles. We got the Chiefs and the Broncos. We both went with the Chiefs. And here we go. We got the Steelers and the Commanders. I went with Steelers. Rick went with the Commanders. Sorry, Joe, nothing personal. Okay, it really is. Next up, we got the Vikings and the Jaguars. We both went with Minnesota. Falcons and Saints. We both went with Atlanta. 49ers, Buccaneers. We both went with the Niners. Bills, Colts. We both went with the Bills. God damn, Rick, pick somebody else, man. I'm trying to come back. What we got? Patriots and the Bears. We both went with the Bears. Damn, we picking the same goddamn teams. Shit. All right. I gotta move that shit at the bottom. It was fucking my shit up. All right, we got the Titans and the Chargers. We both went with the Chargers. We got the Jets and the Cardinals. I went with the Jets. Rick went with Arizona. All right, hopefully I can come back on this one. Lions and the Texans. We both went with the Lions. Dolphins and the Rams. Oh, damn. Rick really went with the Dolphins? Here we go.
I keep picking them to lose and they lose, so I'm picking them to win this week.
All right, Rick got Dolphins. I got Rams. All right, so that's our Week 10 picks right there. So our Week 10 picks. Y'all know how we pick. We're going to do good, so somehow it's going to be like a win-loss. Somehow, I gotta catch up. I'm four fucking picks behind. I got to catch the fuck up.
The good news is we only got 3 different picks, so I'm going to go into one more week being up, so I'm okay with
that bullshit. I keep trying to tell y'all, Rick is fucking cheating. Yeah, nobody see me. So what we got coming up next? We got the power rankings. All right, so power rankings and then commercial. All right, cool. So we got the power rankings coming up. Oh boy, this power rankings is always a fucking thing right here. I also, I think my shit be better anyway. So no. You got some good shit. All right, so let's start out. What we got? We got Rick's power rankings right here popping up. Boom. All right, Rick. Break down your rankings.
I don't think anything changed from last week. I'll be 100% honest with
you. Actually, they did. I think I saw your shit. I was like, well, damn, Rick got the same shit. I think I just changed the week. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. None of these teams played poorly enough to move down the rankings. It's kind of hard. I pick based on the games they play. It's not what's going this week, next week, the following week. They all balled out. They beat the teams they were supposed to beat. They didn't look bad. It wasn't like a sloppy win. They all won based on merit. So I mean, I can't move them without them giant fuck ups.
I ain't mad at your list. That's your opinion on that one. You got let me see. Rick got the Eagles at 5, Commanders at 4, Ravens at 3, Detroit at 2, and the undefeated Chiefs at 1. That's not
The sad part is I wanted to move the Lions up because they're just dominating teams right now too. But until freaking Kansas City loses, what can I do?
Granted, I'm with you on that. Like I said, no issues over here. All right, let me see what I got popping off on my list real quick. Boom. And here is my top 5 power rankings heading into.
Man, don't want to see
10.
the fucking Bills out there.
Hey, bro, I gotta show them their respect. All right, I got the Commanders at 5. Hey, look, once again, I don't want to hear none of that shit about they didn't play nobody, motherfucker. They playing fucking NFL teams. I think they were 7-2. Like I really can't ignore that. Baltimore, close game. Oh, I mean, not a close game, but they just not as dominant as some people are really making them out to be, in my opinion. But yet still one of the best teams in the NFL. I got Buffalo at 3. Slowly, Buffalo's kicking ass. Kansas City at 2. Yes, they are undefeated. Yes, I know. They are the only undefeated team. So I mean, like, why you got them at 2? Why? Because I think Detroit is still the better team.
Detroit.
I
think Detroit is definitely the more complete team.
Yeah. My bad. That's a good joint. Yeah, Detroit is the more complete team than me. Yes, their loss came, a little bit earlier, into the season. And yes, I get it. Kansas City is still undefeated. They're finding ways to win. But so is motherfucking Detroit. Like if they were to play right now, honestly, I think Detroit will whoop their ass.
If go back to that game, the only time they lost this year was to a good Bucks team. Like,
yeah.
Lost to the Panthers.
Oh shit! All right, that is that is our top 5. We're going Commanders, Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, and fucking Detroit. Next week, it might be something fucking totally, totally fucking different. Who the fuck knows? But that is my top 5 right there heading into week 10. So I guess we're going to do a quick commercial break right now, and we'll be back with the mid-season awards. See y'all then.
You are watching Team NBS Media. We are a digital media brand covering sports, entertainment, and lifestyle, with team members all across the country. Through our written content, podcasts, and video content, we bring you fresh and professional content. Interested in joining the team? Shoot us an email or DM. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Hey man, feels good to have a producer, yo. Like, I ain't got to touch no buttons and shit. Like, Joe just hitting it, just pick up. We gonna go through that. All right, so now these are our mid-season awards. Some people don't like mid-season awards, but we're at the middle of the fucking season, so we're gonna see like, hey, who we think the best teams are, the most surprising teams, most disappointing teams, maybe rookie of the year candidates, and and things of that nature. You know what? I had a list of the way I wanted to go, but we're going to switch this shit up real quick. Let's go with, I guess, Rick's 3 disappointing teams.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to let Rick, break that down for him.
Well, here's the biggest thing. First and foremost, I'm going to put Miami on there, and not even just as a Miami Dolphins fan. The Dolphins are 2-6. They had one of the best offenses in the league last year. Tua led the league in passing. Granted, Tua was out, but you're still disappointed that you didn't have a backup that could get the job done. At the end of the day, you went from being one of the best offenses in the league to barely looking to get like you can put together an offense. Now Tua's back, and you're starting to look alive again, but you still lost 2 good games. You lost against the Cardinals. It was a close game. You lost against Bills. It was a close game. These were winnable games that you could not close the door on the teams you were playing. San Francisco, I knew they were going to fall off. I felt like they were going to fall off this year, but I didn't think it would be to that extreme. I think that in the beginning of the year, I still had them ranked in my top 10. I don't know that they're even in the top 10 right now. They are not playing like a good football team. And yes, they've had injuries, and I don't want to hear it. Because if you're going to sit here and say that this is the coach that's getting it done, you took a Mr. Irrelevant and made him a starting quarterback in the NFL. If you got a coach that you're saying is that good, you should be able to turn the other guys into those type of players as well. And then the Chicago Bears, I think Chicago has a good football team that is being undercoached. I think with all the weapons they have on offense, they should have at least 1 or 2 more wins. To sit at 4-4 is a little bit tough pill to swallow for Chicago fans, but those are there other teams that are disappointing, but we said 3 of the most disappointing, and I think that's my list. There's teams I could shuffle in and out, and you could probably convince me otherwise. But at the end of the day, these were the guys where I'm like, that I feel like would have and should have had a better season, not just, hey, here's a team like the Jags who were just 2-7, because the Jags were on my list at one point. But I never have high expectations for the Jags, so it's hard to call them a disappointment.
All right, I can agree, especially with Chicago at 4-4. You got the rookie quarterback, you got a lot of you got some veteran talent right there. So their record, is a bit surprising. Once again, your Miami team, I tell you, man, they get a hall pass from me. Because the Tua injury, like I believe if Tua didn't get injured, like we're looking at a different Miami team. The 49ers injuries as well. you lost McCaffrey, you lost you lost Ayuk. And sometimes you lose Debo as well. Like I think injuries kind of got them as well, but not as the 4-4 is still a bit surprising, but I kind of understand it with the injuries that they had. But yeah, like the Miami one is always going to be a shocker. Like I said, it's the hall pass injury for me, man. But I get what you're saying. They are your disappointing teams, no matter if they're disappointing because of they just suck, or it's because of what happened, injury wise as well. It's still a disappointment.
Well, here's the hardest part for me. I think what's even more disappointing is because at this point, there are teams like San Francisco and the Dolphins who were supposed to be like playoff contenders this year, and if people get hurt, you're supposed to have those guys. You got to have a depth, a very deep roster to get to the Super Bowl because those injuries are going to happen no matter what. So, the late season injury bugs is what makes the good teams great and what great teams fall back down to average. Being coached and getting those players that are, can step in and fill those roles are signs of great teams. So in the end of the day, they still feel like disappointing because you still didn't have the depth of the roster to make those losses wins.
I'm with you on that one. I feel you on that. I understand that. Not bad at all. God damn San Fran, Chicago. Yeah, Chicago, not bad. Sorry, Christy. Nothing personal, Christy. All right, so let's see. We done did Rick's 3 disappointing teams. So I guess now we're going to go to my 3 disappointing teams. And let's see who I have up here. All right, starting it off. Well, Rick spoke about them earlier. I do have the Jaguars up there. Mm-hmm. It's not that I had big high hopes for them, but that is a team who has been relatively healthy. You still talking about one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. You had Travis, ETN still, supposed to be a top tier running back. Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, supposed to be an improved defense. You still got a Super Bowl winning coach. But yet your ass is still 2-7. Major fucking disappointment in the division that y'all probably could win because Houston is not playing up to their potential. But y'all totally shit the bed this year. No doubt about that. The fucking Jets at 3-6. Y'all are by far one of the most. And I will defend the Jets as much as I possibly can, even though I'm not a Jets fan. Bring back Mark Brunell. You are fucking bugging. The Jets at 3-6, man, with Aaron Rodgers, now Devontae, Garrett, Breece Hall. There's no way in hell y'all should be 3-6. Injuries have not hit y'all. Everybody has been healthy. It's just something about this team that has not been clicking, all season long. Like 1 week the offense plays well, the defense sucks. 1 week the defense sucks, the offense doesn't play well. But at 3-6, really, y'all should be competing with Buffalo for the fucking division. Actually, let me rephrase that. Y'all should be better than Buffalo at this point because y'all have more. Y'all have the fucking experience on both sides of the ball to be better than Buffalo. Buffalo playing with Josh Allen and a bunch of young motherfuckers, and yet they're like what 6-2, 7-2, whatever the case may be. Jets. You are by far one of the biggest disappointments of the year. Then we jump to those motherfuckers.
Not for me.
Yeah, on the far left-hand side, those motherfuckers with the star. You 3-5. We can talk about not having all the weapons. Guess what? They got the same fucking team they had last year. Same team that they had last year that won what 12 games, went what 12-5 or whatever the case may be. Same fucking team. So Jerry Jones, I guess he's like, we had won 12 games 3 years in a row. We gonna run that shit back. So what's the difference between this year and last year? Parsons and them got injured. However, if you listen to most Dallas fans, they tell you Parsons only good at one thing, rushing the fucking quarterback. So you mean him rushing the quarterback equals 12 fucking wins? Fuck no. No. Y'all, they are regressing right in front of our fucking eyes. It's like watching your favorite actor in a TV show for 8 years and they're getting older. You're like, yeah, I'm about tired of their fucking ad-libs. I'm tired of their fucking show. It's time to move on to a new fucking show. That's how I feel about Dallas. And the sad part about this is real shit. The coach is going to be the scapegoat. I don't think he's a bad fucking coach. Your fucking owner and GM is not giving him the necessary pieces to fucking win with. What the fuck? Once again, if they would have went out and got Derrick Henry, we're talking about something totally fucking different right here. Now McCarthy is like viewed as a great coach. But you got what's the nigga name? Spencer Dinwiddie? I don't even know the fucking running back name. They got Spencer Dinwiddie running the fucking ball in the background. I mean, I know that's not his name. I'm just, making a fucking joke. But at the same time, they don't have the necessary weapons to remain that 12-5 fucking team. You're 3-5, and now your quarterback is mysteriously got a groin injury, and he's out for the next 4 weeks, probably the whole fucking rest of the season, because some crazy shit gonna happen. CD is probably out too next week. You are by far the most disappointing team. You're worse than the fucking Jaguars. You're worse than the fucking Panthers because you won 12 fucking games 3 years in a fucking row, and you're 3-5. You fucking clowns. I'm sorry. So if I got any Dallas fans, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. It's nothing personal. Once again, I do want to say this. What time is it? 8:36. Like, yo.
Yes, sir.
I hope everybody voted today.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's watching the show right now. We do appreciate you guys watching the show. You're probably watching the show with one eye and watching Fox or ABC, wherever, trying to watch the results and shit.
I might
tell you this. Both. Word. You're not going to know who won tonight.
Not going to happen.
So you can watch all you want, but you're not going to know who won. So my advice to you is just focus on the Man's Podcast at this particular moment right now.
Pour your alcoholic beverage. We go and drink together, and we call one another.
Yeah, I'm saying just focus on, the Man's Podcast. Oh shit, where the hell did Joe go? See, Joe probably ran out to go vote and shit. Joe ran out. Oh shit. Hey Joe, I do got a question for you though, real quick. Like at the bottom of the screen, where it says Mark Surprise Teams, right next it says Rick's. Is it up on your thing? Because mine is still spinning for some damn reason. I know, right? Y'all probably like, who the fuck? Yeah, I'm talking to Joe right now in the middle of the I ain't gonna do the private jet. I'm gonna speak right to my man right on live on air. It's a Man's Podcast. That's what we do. But my shit is still spinning for some reason. I was hoping that hold on, he just sent me a message joint. See, hold on, let me try to clean this one out and then go back and do it again, because somehow it's not popping up for me. All right, so those are my 3 disappointed teams of the season. We got the Jaguars, the Jets, and the punk ass Cowgirls. Yes, I'm always gonna dog them motherfuckers. I just don't like them motherfuckers, man. Jesus Christ, don't like them joints. All right, so what we're gonna do right now, because I am looking for Rick's surprise team. Somehow this is not loading for me, and it's really working my last nerve. Wait, let's try it right now. Yeah, shit's working my last nerve, Joe. All right, boom. Let's see if it pops up. No, still not popping up.
Mark worked all day on this damn graphic.
Yeah, worked all day on the fucking graphic. Yo, this shit don't want to pop up for me now. All right, so what we're gonna do now? We're gonna go to. All right, let's go to the top rookies. Then, boom. All right, these are Rick's 3 top rookies.
Let's do it.
Say, yo, let's do it. Break them down for you.
First and foremost, I think Malik Neighbors is putting on a show in New York. I think he's doing a wonderful job for what little they do have going for them. It's tough being a Giants fan right now, because I don't think they're a bad team. I just think they're just missing too many pieces. I think they made a lot of moves in the offseason. I think getting Malik Neighbors is going to he's going to be a star for them in the future, and he's starting to show it already this year. And these are his numbers with didn't he miss 2 games? I want to say he missed 2 games.
Yeah.
Missed at least one. So he could be a little bit better, and he's still on pace for a great season. Even if we're at the halfway point, he's on pace for 110 receptions, 1,100 yards and 6 touchdowns. Like the 6 touchdowns ain't that great, but at the end of the day, Daniel Jones don't know where the end zone is, even though it's been in the same spot for who knows how long.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Going on Marvin Harrison Jr., I think that's part of the reason that Kyler's starting to finally figure it out. I think, he's not having quite as good of a season as Neighbors, but he's come on a little bit slower. He's the past few games he's really turned it up a notch. The past 2 games at least, we're starting to see what he was totally capable of. And then of course you got to have Jaden Daniels on there. The dude is not playing like a rookie right now. 1,900 yards. So you're gonna say, let's say 38-90 on his pace for yards this season and 18 touchdowns. Taking care of the football, getting the wins, 7-2. It's hard to count out a rookie doing that against a tough, what used to be, or I would say, a tough NFC East division.
I agree. The Harrison, I still think that him and Kyler Murray got, some things they can work on. But he's showing great promise out there in Arizona. Malik Neighbors, despite all the bullshit that we talk about Daniel Jones, 55 receptions. I mean, he's not getting those catches without fucking Jones. Jones is finding Neighbors. Once again, get him a tight end and maybe, a good, rushing attack. They could be a problem. But Neighbors is putting up good numbers. You also got to give Jones. You also got to give Jones some credit as well. But we're talking about the fucking rookies, though. But Neighbors is a fucking beast. Harrison is a fucking beast. And Jaden Daniels. What can you not say about this rookie? I mean, we thought we saw it all with C.J. Stroud last year as a rookie, putting up great numbers. Jaden Daniels like, yo, just hold my beer, bro.
Right.
They both was, I mean, it's not like Stroud played last year and, he played well and his team stunk it up. No, he took them to the fucking playoffs. And Daniels is doing the same exact fucking thing. So we've seen it 2 years in a fucking row that these 2 rookie quarterbacks are coming and playing. So for those analysts like to say, oh, give these quarterbacks, I mean, for some players, yes. For other players, they're just fucking ready to fucking play. We've seen it 2 years in a fucking row with Daniels and fucking Stroud. Daniels, despite being in my division, you got to tip your hat to the young kid. I did not see this coming from him.
Right.
No doubt about it. Mag props. Look, that's a good motherfucking list. Look at Rick out here doing some good shit.
Getting some things done.
All right, so we got Rick's top 3 NFL rookie picks for midseason. These are your rookie of the year, midseason, awards. Let's see who I got so far. Mine is the same except for one difference. I got Malik Neighbors. We just spoke about this kid. Jaden Daniels, just spoke in length about this kid. I got Bo Nix up there. Why do I got Bo Nix up there? Because for one, Denver is like 5-4. I did not fucking see this motherfucking coming. Nix does not have terrible rookie fucking numbers. I mean, he's still a young dude. He still does some dumb shit. Every now and then, especially, if you let our Denver guy Keith tell it, Nix, he needs to be humbled. But I kind of, I like dude's fucking personality. Like he has a fiery, like I say, he reminds me of fucking Drew Brees so much. Drew Brees' personality was a fiery personality as well. Drew Brees would get in your fucking face in a fucking minute. Neither one of them look like they should be NFL starting quarterbacks. They're about fucking 3 feet high and rising. Yes, that was some daylight shit. But Nix is he's a tough, like we talk about Baker Mayfield and his toughness. Nix is a tough motherfucker. Yo, this little motherfucker on some other shit.
It's one of those old school quarterbacks right there.
Yeah, he's an old school dude. Reminds me of fucking of Drew Brees so fucking much, man. What do you do? 1759 for 8 TDs. Yes, it's not going to be a 5,000 yard fucking season, but his team is winning with a rookie quarterback. Same way you're giving Daniels his credit. Yo, pass some of that credit to Bo Nix as well, and what Sean Payton has done with Bo Nix. Bo Nix is a solid starting quarterback in the NFL, and he's a fucking rookie as well. So those are my top three. Malik Neighbors, Bo Nix, and Jaden Daniels are, between those three, who's going to win the Rookie of the Year, in the NFL. If anybody feels it's one of these three, please drop a comment in the chat. And, I have not checked the chat. That shit is at 96. I'm not even want to click on that shit at this particular moment. I mean, want to know. It's kind of, I'm still thinking why Rick thing is not showing up. So I'm going to have to do this another way. I'm going to have to do this. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into my 3 surprise teams. And then I'm just going to have to pretty much read Rick's off, or if Rick still have his,
that's the
handy. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go through mine, which was what the fuck was I doing again? Oh, my surprise teams. Yeah, that's what it was. Mm-hmm. So these are my 3 surprise teams so far. We did the disappointing teams. These are my 3 surprise teams so far. Yes, mm-hmm. I kind of did the background color and it fucked up my Broncos. But once again, spoke about the Broncos 5-4. I did not see that coming. I don't care how much of a fan you are, Denver. If you saw that coming, you're lying your ass off. Plain the fucking simple. Because they had nobody. They was trading wide receivers left and right, trading defensive players left and right. Sean Payton, we didn't know what the fuck he was doing because he fucked up with Russell Wilson last year. They don't have a fucking running back, but yet here they are sitting at fucking 5-4. I mean, they got their ass whipped by Baltimore Sunday, but still, you're 5-4 with a rookie with a rookie quarterback who started every game. So I got to tip my hat to them. Of course, those funky ass Commanders. I got to give them their respect. 7-2. Like, who saw that coming with a rookie quarterback? Commanders fans didn't even see that fucking coming. And Joe, if you say you saw that coming, you're lying, bro. You're lying. See, Joe even saying no, he didn't see that coming. The Commanders didn't see that coming. Once again, with a rookie quarterback, they got the same players from last year, but they got a rookie quarterback leading the way. No, these motherfuckers are 7-2. I don't give a fuck who they played. They are 7-2. Pittsburgh. Yeah. I mean, you started the season, the first 6 games with a backup quarterback. Yes, Justin Fields, I'll say backup quarterback because he is a backup quarterback. But y'all, they started the season 4-2 with a backup quarterback, with a quarterback that no one wanted. I think they traded his ass for a bag of Doritos in a fucking Arizona. Like, that's all they traded him for. And yet he led that team to a 4-2 record. So now let's think, let's go back and think. If you're Chicago right now and you're like, holy shit, we're sitting at 4-4 with the weapons we have. What if we had Justin? Justin led these Pittsburgh with no weapons to a 4-2 fucking record. Brian Poole, he was looking so good during the offseason. I mean, not like good, like no diddy at all. I'm not saying that shit. He looked good as far as the moves that he made. But, you got to think about Justin led this team, a lesser team, we can say, to a 4-2 record. Pittsburgh is 6-2, man. Like, how are they not a surprise team? These motherfuckers, I probably would have had them 2-6. I mean, heading into the season, probably would have had them at 2-6. They fucking 6-2. So those are my 3 surprise teams. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Washington Commanders, and the Denver Broncos. Since I cannot pull up Rick is going to have to read his shit, off his notes.
But I'm gonna tell you the same thing. You could go ahead and leave that stat right up because the only thing I'm gonna do is
hold on, Dan. I'm gonna put it back up.
I'm gonna swap out. I'm gonna swap out the Cardinals for the Broncos there.
Oh yeah, you did, yeah.
And then the other 2 are pretty much the same. Now I want to say this about the Steelers. I didn't think the Steelers were going to be a bad football team. I knew the Steelers might figure it out because, as we talk about every goddamn week, Mike Tomlin figures it out. But when we talk about surprises, I'm going to tell you flat out, 6-2. Okay, that's the surprising part. 5-3, 4-4. I thought they'd be right in the figuring it out stage. I didn't think they'd be a 6-2 team. So that's where I'm at with the Steelers. Washington, I had to put them on there because you saw my power rankings the beginning of the season. Worst team in the NFL. I picked them. I had to stick by it. And so that's my surprise team. With the 7-2, you knew I didn't pick them like that. So at the end of the day, I'm surprised. And then the Cardinals are a hard team to freaking predict. They're one of those teams that never figure out what they're doing. Kyler Murray is one of those guys that is very Jekyll and Hyde. He's not the quarterback that's going to get it done. But this year he's starting to figure it out. He's starting to look like he's going to be that quarterback. He's always had those games, those flashes of being the next great quarterback, and then he's regressed like a game or two later. So I think the Cardinals sliding in there where the Denver Broncos were, that would be my pick on the third surprise team of the year.
I'm not mad at the Cardinals. I'm not mad at the Cardinals pick at all. With Kyler Murray, with all the questions that he had, dating back to last season with the with the whole playbook shit and the questions, and rookie quarterback, young tight end, still got Connor back there, young defense, but at what they 5-4, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think we just talking about them. Yeah, I mean, that's a winning fucking record right now. Right. Matter of fact, they're leading their division, right?
Yeah, that's another one of the things I was gonna say. Yeah, leading their division is the more surprising part too.
So it's like, you know what? Like I said, Rick, you on your shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't even front.
If you would have told me at the beginning of the season that the Cardinals would have a better record than the 49ers, I'd have probably laughed at you.
I'll probably still laugh at me. But the Cardinals are playing damn good ball. I'm telling you, look, man, you're gonna win some. You're gonna win some. You're gonna fucking lose some. Right. They're still playing damn good ball. All right, so I guess what everybody want to see now, we're going to jump to the MVP. I think mostly everything else has been three players or three teams. With MVP is always a little bit different. Let me say this real quick. All right, when I was doing a rookie thing, as you always see, even with the NFL, the top analysts, whatever, it's hard. It is very, very hard to give that love to a defensive player because because you're thinking either sacks or interceptions or fucking tackles, but then you kind of base that against receiving yardage or passing yardage or rushing yardage. And it's like it does go over that. So when I was doing a rookie shit, I'm like, as an Eagles fan, I'm thinking about our cornerbacks. I'm like, those are two young cornerbacks that you just cannot pass on. But I'm like, have they done enough to supersede what fucking Malik Neighbors has done? Right. Or what Harrison has done, or what Jaden Daniels has done? So I had to go on the offensive end. I'm not dissing the defensive end of the spectrum, but yeah, it was just hard, and probably the same.
It's easier to say an offensive player, like an offensive rookie, like a wide receiver or a quarterback. It's easier to see the more explosive plays on that side of the football. It's easier to focus on the fact that they're changing the kind of dynamic in their position as opposed to like a defender. Like, okay, yeah, unless you're a guy that's racking up, like you said, like sacks or interceptions, you're not seeing how much they're changing that position and how much they're changing that defense. It's more of an impact, immediately noticeable impact when they're on offense and they're making the big plays and they're scoring the touchdowns and they're getting the first downs. So it's easier to judge the offensive position.
Yeah. Real quick. Like I said, Rick and I, we do a top five. I guess we call it top five power rankings every week. Team NBS Media has their ranking roundtable show every Wednesday night at I always get the times fucked up. It was like 8:25. 8:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the rankings roundtable. The guys do their top 10 rankings as well as their bottom 5. So tune in to Team MVS Media, YouTube, StreamYard. I keep saying Twitter. I guess it will, because it will always be Twitter. Yeah, it's always going to be Twitter. Tomorrow, every Wednesday at 8:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by Thomas Brown, produced by the great Joe. I just like fucking with Joe, y'all. But these guys, they come every week hard hitting with their top 10 picks. You might not agree with everything that they're saying. Some of the shit you be way out of that field, but that's the whole point of the show. You ever get a point where everyone agrees on the show? I'm telling you now, it is not a good show. If you get to the point where everybody has different lists, that's what makes a great fucking show, because it's great fucking debate. If me and Rick put up a list every week and it's the same fucking teams, like at what point can we debate about something because we agree on every fucking thing? I don't want to agree with Rick on every fucking thing. I'm a fucking Marvel guy. He's a DC guy. I don't want to agree on him with every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to agree with Joe on every motherfucking thing. It takes away from the fun of the fucking show. So, tomorrow night, which is Wednesday, tune in, 8:25, the Ranking Roundtables, where Team NBS Media and some special guests will drop their top 10 NFL power ranking picks every week. So, with that said, let's jump to the MVP of the midseason. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Rick. Rick just be pulling players. Actually, we got some of the same players though. You know what I'm saying? So these break down your top 5 MVP candidates for the midseason award.
All right, I had to throw in some wild cards in there, and it's not really that. When we were pulling up stats on these guys, there is just so many different categories to consider here. And I'm looking at Jared Goff, and I think the Lions are absolutely destroying the league right now. So I think he's right up there in terms of, a powerful offensive player that he's really dominating at his position and with his team. But you look at it, he's down the list. He's got a few less touchdowns. He's about 260 yards less than Josh Allen. He's about 500 yards less than Lamar Jackson. And he's behind Kirk Cousins. And so a lot of these things come down to who's got the most interceptions, who's got, the stronger team, who's dominating a little bit more on offense. So quarterback-wise, you're going to see MVPs. It's always going to come down to a quarterback unless you have someone that's, on pace to break the NFL record in receiving yards. But it's hard to count out guys like Derrick Henry, because as much as I want to say he's the exception to the rule, because you look at, I'm not saying he's super old right now because I'm older than he is, but if you look at guys in his position, they're not running like that at his age. And to have 1,000 yards already this season means you're on pace at the halfway point for 2,100 yards and 22 touchdowns. Hard not to put a guy at that, at his age on a dominating team. It's hard not to put him in the conversation. And I'm sorry, you have to put Kirk Cousins on there again because he's
no, you're really Kurt. I'm big on Kurt, man.
He's up there. I mean, he's at top 3 in yards right now. 17 touchdowns. I think his interceptions are a little bit higher than some of these guys, but he's not that far off. I think it's a difference of 2 or 3 compared to the guys ahead of him. So comparing them side by side, you're looking at all their stats. You're going to say, Josh Allen's having an MVP season, or Lamar's on pace for another MVP season, but you can't count the other 2 out as far as quarterbacks. I think Jared Goff deserves to be in that conversation. No love for Saquon. Wow. See, it's
hard. It's rough.
It's hard because it's not even that. We picked a top 5, and I think Saquon's is. I think he's knocking on the door of the top 5, but I think he's outside of that list. I think he's just outside the top 5 in my book. That's not to say he won't work his way in or be in the conversation later this season. This is just how I feel right now based on the halfway point.
I agree.
I think he's having one of his best seasons, let's be honest. So it's hard to keep him out of the conversation.
I'm feeling the Golf because, like, once again, everybody's gonna look at the numbers. Like compared to Allen or compared to Lamar Jackson or even compared to Cousins, Golf doesn't have the yardage. Mm-hmm. But like, take him off of the fucking Detroit Lions. Are they still 8-1 or 7-1 or whatever?
Right.
That's that most valuable player shit. At times, it's not always about your fucking yardage and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. But you take him off that motherfucking team, are they still where the fuck they're at? Like, Golf is putting up great fucking numbers. 14 touchdowns. I mean, he got 1,800. I mean, I think last week or some shit, the man threw for like 85 yards. Like,
Right. That's the difference right there behind Josh Allen.
I like the man threw for like 85 fucking. Well, good point. Yeah, that's the difference right there between Josh Allen. You got Josh Allen up there. For me, the reason I agree with the Josh Allen pick that you got up there is because normally we'll have 17 TDs and 14 fucking interceptions from Josh Allen. But this year, I think he only got like two fucking interceptions, and I think he threw one last week.
And the one against Miami wasn't even his fault. It's off his receiver's hand and in the arms of the defender. So you can't even blame him on that one.
Yeah. So he's actually taking care of the ball. And then at the same time, they're also winning. So the winning also, it does help with the MVP talk. Of course, Lamar Jackson is having, a wonderful fucking year. I love the fact that he's using more. He's spreading the ball around more. Because before it was just him and Mark Andrews playing catch and shit. So he's spreading the ball around more with Zay Flowers and Bateman. And now I think they got Deontay Johnson. I have not even checked the stats what Deontay Johnson did last week. For some reason I forgot all about that. But I'm pretty sure he didn't do shit. All right, Thanks. Derrick Henry. You got two MVP candidates from the same fucking team. Henry is just doing Henry shit. But we are in week 9, and my man is already over 1,000 fucking yards rushing. Like, he's on pace, yes, for a 2,000 yard fucking season. and you also got to take into account that Lamar and at times Hill is still in carries. There were also times in the beginning of the year where Derrick did not get, I guess, what we consider enough touches early in the season. So, you take all that into account, and Derrick could have another $150 to 200 yards on his total already if, Baltimore had used him more, or if Jackson wasn't a running quarterback.
Right.
So those runs could have been going to Henry. So, we already had $152. 1,052. We're halfway home. He's halfway to 2,000. That's what they want.
The funny part is like at the end of the day, the benchmark for a good rusher was 1,000 yards, and he's there.
Yeah, remember that? Remember that? Oh my God, my running back got 1,000 yards. And I was like, yeah, he got that shit in week 5. Like, dude, yeah. So I guess the new benchmark now should be like 1,500 or 14, some shit like that. But it's more of a dual back set now with most teams. You spread the ball around, and you keep those running back healthy. Last you got Cousins up here. Cousins is doing cousin things. Of course, they're going to talk. But Cousins can he win in the fucking playoffs? Granted, first you got to make it to the playoffs. Like, dude, if we in week 9, please stop mentioning what the fuck can somebody do and not doing the fucking playoffs, because we're not even fucking there yet. We got to play the fucking regular season first. And once again, the guys know in the chat, I talk all the time, like, I love ESPN, I love fucking First Take, I love fucking Get Up. They're like, oh yeah, the Eagles team this, or the fucking Lions this, but we just wait to see if they do in the playoffs. Like, motherfucker, why they gotta play 18 regular season games? Why can't they just go skip right to the playoffs? Like, let them play the fucking regular season first.
Right.
And like Joe said, right now, every fucking game counts. Exactly. Steve, please stop dogging out Kirk Cousins for some playoff shit, and we only in week fucking 9.
Right.
Cousins is putting up 23, 28. Wait a minute. I think he's behind Lamar, and he's also behind, I think, Geno, because we know Geno was leading the fucking league in fucking passing. That shit was a shocker when I saw that.
Right.
I'm like, where the fuck has he been at? Why is he not on my fantasy team? Hey, yo, Joe, do you got Geno on your fantasy team? Trade me that motherfucker then. I need to go look at our damn our player shit, or and see who the fuck got
who's
Geno.
in the free agency right now.
Yeah, I gotta put that motherfucker on my team. But that's a great list. Kirk Cousins, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Jared Goff. Those are Rick's top 5 mid-season MVPs right there. Great. That's a great motherfucking list. I'm proud of you. After you did your first, but after we do this, I'm going to ask you about your Syracuse game too. I ain't forget, bro. I ain't going to do you like that.
Yeah.
I ain't going to do you like that. This, MBS love right here, bro. I don't know what the fuck Joe back there doing. Hey, Joe, don't be trying to like vote like 100 times and shit. Get, y'all got to watch Joe. You got to check Joe's phone. All right, these are my top 5 MVP candidates. Once again, I got Jared Goff up there. You know, same as Rick do. The other person I have up there, same as Lamar. I also got Derrick Henry up there. Those are 3 of the same ones that that Rick does have. I got 2 different motherfuckers up there. Yes, I got Saquon Barkley up there over. I think you had Josh Allen in his spot. No, it's not because of the motherfucking Matrix glitch leak that he did Sunday. It's the same way I look at Jared Goff. Like, once again, if you take Barkley off the Eagles, are the Eagles where they at, without Barkley? I would say no. But I'm keeping a buck. Because I love me some Barkley, but I will keep it real. At the same time, we could be like 7-1 if Barkley can catch the motherfucking ball. So we going. But I probably would have won a parlay Sunday if Barkley wouldn't have fumbled the fucking ball either. Because I think my man Brock, I think he did $30 on Barkley getting $175. I think Barkley ended with 153 rushing yards. Like, Brock, I'm sorry, bro, we was almost there for that motherfucking win. But Barkley, 40 yards receiving last game. I think $153 rushing. We all saw what he did with New York. I figured that maybe Philly would take it a little bit easier because it's like Joel Embiid. You need him for the playoffs. We know what you can do in a regular season. Like, feed him, get Gainwell and Shipley the ball some. Like, just keep him healthy. Kellen Moore. And once again, Brock, where you at? Brock don't watch the show. Brock, just go back to this recording right now. It is the fucking 1 hour, 51 minute mark of this show. When the Eagles hired Kellen Moore, you and Greg both said this was a stupid fucking hiring. He's going to fuck this Eagles team up. I will never forget. I told you, I keep receipts, bro. Both of y'all said that shit. Just because he fucked up your Chargers or you feel as though he fucked up your Cowboys. He didn't fuck neither one of those fucking teams up. Both of y'all had top 5 offenses when he ran the fuck offense. But y'all got to say, he's going to fuck the Eagles team up. Once again, crickets. Crickets now. You know me, I love calling people the fuck out. I love calling y'all the fuck out. That's why I just stay quiet in the chat. Because y'all stay yapping. But then again, look at y'all teams. I ain't got shit to say about that. Quarterback flaking out on y'all, all kind of fucking shit, quitting on y'all. But you was worried about what Kellen Moore is going to do to fucking Eagles offense. Or he's a pass first offense. I can't tell. The motherfucker run more than any fucking thing now. So I guess, y'all teams were so fucked up that he had to adapt to y'all teams. Y'all just ain't had the talent like we got. Anyway, all right. So I got Joe Burrow up here in the place that you had. I'm trying to think of the player that you had up here. Oh, Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck. They are 4-5, but Joe Burrow is putting up numbers that's just on some other shit. We don't talk about that. But we also missed the fact that he's missing T. Higgins as well. And y'all got the tight end, Gaminsky. Oh, what's his name? The guy who used to play for Miami.
Oh,
I always pronounce his name. Yeah. That guy. Mike Gesicki. Like, I had him on my fantasy team. Screw you, Joe. I took him off. And I'm like, they not passing this nigga the ball. Now I took him off the team. This motherfucker had like a 100-yard receiving game and shit. I was saying, like, you got to be fucking bullshit. You know? But he's balling. But he's void of a running game. He's void of not having T fucking Higgins, but yet he's still 2,244 yards and 20 fucking touchdowns. I think he got like 4 fucking interceptions. But no one talks about Burrow because their team is 4-5.
Right.
But Burrow is putting up fucking numbers. My bad. Go ahead.
No, that's all right. I'm jumping in on you here, but it was hard to keep him off my list. I'm looking at him statistically, and I think if for me, if he got off to a better start, if they would have been off to a hot start, he would have definitely made the list. I think he's starting to come around now, so it's hard to keep him out of the conversation. But he's right there. Yeah,
it like I said, man. It was not an easy list because you got some great players out here doing a lot of great things. No, I'm not putting Mahomes on my fucking list. I don't give a fuck if they are 7-0. He's still not playing like Mahomes, but they're fucking winning. with that said, those are our NFL awards. It still got about 6 minutes left. So I'm going to exit up out of here real quick because I want to ask Rick. For those who don't know, Rick attended his first Syracuse football game this past Saturday as a credentialed member of the media for Team NBS Media. Rick, please enlighten everybody and share with everybody your experience covering Syracuse football this past Saturday.
Listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, first of all, that was probably the most fun I've had at a football game in a long time, man. Not just as a member of the, in the press box at a football game. It was a great comeback win. In overtime, they were down 21-3, just slightly after halftime. Sent the game into overtime, and they won it on a strip fumble to end the game after going up a touchdown in overtime. I'm going to tell y'all, they don't call Syracuse the JMA Wireless Dome. They don't call that place the Loud House for nothing. It gets fucking loud in there, bro. Wild. It's on a whole nother level. Like, I'm sure there's other college stadiums out there that are just as loud, if not louder. But to experience it in person, and to be, part of it, and to see the energy of the dome kind of pick up, and at points it probably changed the face of the game. It was a great experience. I had a lot of fun doing it. I look forward to doing the next one.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something about Rick ass, right? So while Rick is at the game, I'm texting Rick. I'm like, Rick, see, I'm asking you this question for the people who is watching and maybe want to join NBS Media, because Joe hit me today and said, we got some some prospective people that that maybe want to join the site, or we got some kids that's watching and be like, hey, what's the process of the writing process or whatever perks you can get? So my question to you is, like, can you first of all, answer this one question, the first question for me first, because I did ask you about 100 times, what the fuck did they feed you?
They had a nice little buffet, man. A little spread there, a little bit of food, muffins, stuff like that. Nothing. It was a noon game, man. They're not gonna go all out on that. So, like, I think it was like I didn't eat much because I'm sitting there. I ate before the game. I did a little bit of tailgating, so I had food there.
Yeah, I saw that shit. I saw you out there with the 10. I'm like, wait a minute, Rick out there tailgating, yo.
Don't worry. Yeah, but that was part of the experience. There's the whole atmosphere. I mean, They take care of the press right there, and it's one of those things that it is, if you're looking to do it, if that's something you're interested in, by all means. Like, here I was 5 years ago, I didn't think it was something I would be able to do. Now I'm doing it,
Facts.
and we're just building off it. It's one of those things that you dive into, and eventually you're gonna get the people. See, in a position like this, it's hard because you're always going to be judgmental of yourself. There's always going to be people that's judgmental of you, stuff on social media. At the end of the day, if you like what you do, you put what out, you can either listen to people and let it get you down, or you can keep going, listen to the people that support you, learn from, if there's something that you're legitimately doing wrong, learn from the people that are willing to reach out and critique you. It was a process, and we got there. Again, 5 years ago, I wouldn't think I'd be in that position. It's been fun. It's been very rewarding.
Bruh, like I told you last week, or I think it was the week before, when when Joe did announce that you had the opportunity to cover not just a game but a few games for Syracuse coming up this season. I'm happy for Team NBS Media, but I am more happy for you because everybody that watches us know that our history dates before Team NBS Media, WBLZ, True Loves. I mean, we go back over almost 10 fucking years,
right?
So, when I spoke to Joe about, I got a guy that I think will be a nice asset to, Team NBS Media. I know you're a Syracuse guy, and I remember telling Joe like, yo, he is a Syracuse guy, and I know we don't have no one up there to cover, so if it's all about just putting in the work.
Right.
So the fact that you stayed consistent with it, throughout the season, because we have deadlines and shit that we like to get out, certain shit, but right. you met the deadlines every week, and it's not just us just noticing, it's just the fact that because Joe cannot make Syracuse say send me Rick because he just writes about us every week. Like, like it doesn't work like that. Like we can send the work, but then they have to get back to Joe and be like, you know what? Hey, we like what this guy Rick is doing. We like the coverage that they're seeing, that he's giving. So yeah, these are dates. Can Rick do these dates, and that? So once again, I'm proud of the company, but I'm also proud of your dedication to what you're doing. And I know for everybody watching, yes, it did get a little bit sappy and shit, but I don't care. But yeah, I'm saying, but when you see your friend doing work, you pull them to the side, give them their fucking flowers. Right. At the end of the day. And that's why I just wanted to bring it up so he can explain to y'all what the process is as far as the writing goes and the perks that comes with certain shit when you do shit the right way. That's all. That's all I fucking want to do. Yeah. And with that being said, yeah, go ahead, Rick. Got something else?
I'm going to tell you flat out. I mean, to everybody that has or who is in this position or looking to go into this position, it's going to be a challenge, and it's one of those things that you're going to feel the ups and downs of it. Like Mark said, we've been doing it for multiple sites and multiple platforms for years, and it was always just a hobby. And all of a sudden, it's like, hey man, you got this great opportunity. Who knows where it leads? But at least you're starting to see your work pay off, and that's the hard part is sticking it out till you start to see it paying off, and it does. So, it's one of those things. The more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it.
Yeah, I agree, man. And big kudos to Joe down there. Look like he about half asleep and shit. Like, first of all, big kudos to Joe because, he produces more than just a mass podcast as well. So even if he has shit to do, like he has to sit here, especially with us, for 2 fucking hours. Sometimes 2 hours plus, and just ramble. Like he has, like y'all can't see him. I'm looking dead at his ass right fucking now. Like he has to sit here for like 2 fucking hours, and because he can't leave because he's a fucking producer. So if I feel like holding his ass for an extra 20 minutes, guess what? He can't go no motherfucker where. But big shout out to Joe for being the producer of the show. I did ask him, and he was like, "Yo, no problem, bro. Whatever you need, I got you." And I'm saying, big shout out to Joe for not just producing, but he also for providing the platform as well. Of course, big shout out to my man Rick. We've been rocking back since boom, boom, boom. I think next week maybe I'll put up an old ass picture of us and shit. But with that being said, man, we do want to thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, much as we ramble, none of y'all never leave. That part always bugs me the fuck out. Like I can ramble on, y'all don't never leave. I know you're like these motherfuckers be going on, but it's a big election night, man. So I know everybody want to get back in front of their TVs and shit. Get ready to see who the next president is. And Joe is shaking his head no. With that being said, also don't forget tomorrow night at 8:25, the ranking roundtable on Team MBS Media. The guys are going to get together and do their top 10 rankings of the top 10 teams in NFL and also their bottom 5 teams in the NFL. So that's 8:25 every Wednesday night at Team MBS Media. Want to thank y'all for tuning in for another great episode. Next week, next Tuesday, 7:15 p.m. You can catch the Mass Podcast again. Mark and Rick, with the unseen producer Joe at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Hoping the fucking Commanders lose by then. But with that said, man, just want to thank y'all. And see, it happens every week. Every time we about to get off the air, now the numbers want to go up. It's like, I don't understand. Every fucking time. I'm about to be like, yo, good night. The numbers go, do. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But I'm hungry. Stomach fucking growling. Then somebody go grab me like a freeze popper or some shit. Because I put like 3 big ass freeze pop. I love them big giants. Yeah, nice. No Diddy. But I'm about to go get one of them motherfuckers right now. But once again, man, thank y'all for tuning in, yo, man. See y'all next week. God bless.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.